Welcome to Hobby Tips in 3 minutes with Fuzzy. And today we're going to be working on a rust effect on my carnivore. We're going to be using technical nihilak oxide, typhus corrosion, and Ryza rust. All these are from Citadel's color range. Let's take a look and see how they go. First thing you're going to want to do after shaking your things is take a look at it. You want to understand what paints you're working with. So it looks like this is a very thick technical paint, dry paint. So that's worth knowing. The oxide is a very thin technical paint. So that's worth knowing. And the typhus corrosion as well is a wet paint. It's kind of a murky. All right, let's see how these look. Jumping in, what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with actually a base of the corrosion first. We're gonna start with the dark bit of it here. I'm gonna have my rust coming in from here. I watered it down just slightly. We're gonna see how that looks. We're gonna work on just this small section right here. And what this is doing is just setting down our base for it. A starting point that we're gonna build off of. Hopefully you can see that all in there. All right, as we can see, after it's dried a bit, it kind of looks like almost like a coffee stain or a tea stain. So I'm gonna grab little bits of the Ryza rust. And this is a very thick dry paint. So what I'm gonna try to do is as I go in, I'm not gonna just blob it on everywhere. I'm gonna kind of outline areas and cherry pick little touches where it's, I think it's gonna pop a little bit, and that is so bright. It's such a bright color that you really want to be careful not to overdo it, I think. It's really cool. And after this stage, what we'll do is we'll go in with that oxide around the edges of that. So it's looking right there, and it's starting to actually, that orange is a beautiful contrast to that Sons of Horus green. All right, here we go. We're gonna jump in with that oxide. It is a very thin paint. And what's nice is it actually acts as a complementary color, really, with that rust. And that's gonna give it a little bit more umph to it. Very cool. And again, you don't wanna overdo it. I'm gonna go back in with a little bit of that corrosion in little areas. Very cool, very cool. And that's a quick rust effect you can do on your models. What you could also do to take it up a notch is, if you have some black handy, I'm gonna try something. It might work, it might not. I'm gonna just cut areas in to show shadows where maybe the metal is flaking or holes are starting to form. And that's actually gonna add a whole lot more dimension to your rust. And that was unplanned, and I'm really liking how that's looking. Very cool. All right, well, that's today's, or this session's anyway, 3-minute painting tutorial, hobby time, whatever you want to call it. I don't know yet, but we'll see how it goes. Thanks for watching.